Order. First order of business is to approve the agenda, and we do have one revision under item 3. The April 4th minutes should be included in that. Do I have a approval for the agenda?
Move to approve the agenda as amended.
I'll second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right. Next item is approval of the minutes. We'll start with the April 4th minutes. Are there any comments on the April 4th minutes?
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a second. All those in favor say
Aye.
aye. Aye.
From Joe.
Joe. Opposed? The April 18th minutes, anybody have any comments on that?
Move to approve.
I got a motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
First item on our agenda is the Northern Horizons Subdivision. Debbie, do you want to walk us through this?
This is a major subdivision. It was developed back in 2005 and 6, got the approvals for the planning commission. This is just the addition of one more lot. The remainder of the mother tract is still there, and what the owner is wishing to do is just cut out one more lot. He did this back last year where he cut out a single lot. They're accessed by private driveways, the two lots that have been done since the major subdivision approvals. And what we are needing to do, they've asked for 2 variances. So initially I asked that the board waive the 30-day requirement to submit a variance application, and then hear the 2 variances before the preliminary plan review. And Mr. Jerry Porter's here to address any questions you have on the subdivision.
All right, so do I have a motion to waive the 30-day variance?
So move.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Then I'd ask that you hear the variance on the 30-day application requirement for the preliminary plans first, and then the variance request that the entire boundary not be required to be surveyed of the mother lot. We've provided some sheets for your use on evaluating those variance applications with the same proposed language that you could use for findings of fact that we've been using through several meetings.
In order to approve the 30-day variance, do we need to hear from the applicant first, or should we wait until the second item?
I don't think it is required that you hear from the applicant.
And is it required that we get
But you
public
would-
comment for?
You would need to ask for public comment.
Okay.
All right, well, having heard that, is there anybody in the public that would like to say something on this? Hearing none. Any discussion on item B for application for the variance to waive the 30-day application requirement?
I guess we need a motion first, don't we? That being the case, Mr. Chair, based upon the evidence presented to the board, including the following exhibits, petitioner's application submitted development plan and findings of fact worksheet. Do we need, is that the correct one?
That's the correct
Yes.
one.
Okay. I move that the board adopt the following findings of fact, that the property located at Horizon Way having PIN number 927-436-398 is requesting a variance. And the application is a request for a variance from 7039-1A, and that 70-10 of the Buncombe County Land Development and Subdivision Ordinance was used to evaluate the request. And then adopting 4A, and I won't read all of that.
A through C.
A through C.
I'll second that motion.
All right. Now we get to public comment or discussion. Any? No. All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Okay. Part C. Applications for variance of the Land Development Subdivision Ordinance to waive the requirement for survey boundaries for the additional lot in Northern Horizons Subdivision. Does Mr. Porter wish to say anything?
Yeah, I'd like nothing better than to ask them to go ahead and survey the whole property.
Sir, could you come up to the microphone so that you can be recorded?
It's about 17 or 18 additional acres, and they're roughly 1 acre lots. And again, I would like nothing better than to go ahead and survey them all and think that there was a chance of selling them. But given the economy and so forth, one at a time is the best I can do. So I ask that you waive the requirement that I survey the whole property and just go ahead and survey this lot so I can convey it.
Do you have like a preliminary plat that shows where all your future lots are going to be, or are you just kind of breaking them off as?
Well, I have a preliminary, it isn't a plat, it's not
Well,
recorded.
yeah, it has
Just,
not-
I actually do. I do
Okay.
not have it with me, unfortunately.
When this was originally submitted, it was not, a survey was not submitted with the application for the major subdivision.
Just the lots that were done,
So
not
this
the
this
entire
property is in
boundary.
addition to that. This is an additional 17 acres to the original.
Well, it's in the entire tract of which was initially 48 and a half acres, and I've done it by phases, and this is the second lot of the fourth phase. The fifth phase is adjacent, of course, but it's not developed at all.
This is really the remainder of
Of that parcel.
that
Right.
mother lot. And back when this was done, we did not require that the entire boundary be surveyed.
Right. And the reason for the variance is that you have a contract on this one lot.
Right.
Okay, good. All right.
Debbie, there seems to be a trend lately of folks coming in asking a waiver of the 30-day requirement. Is there a reason for that?
It has been because they've, there's prospects of selling a lot, and in order to make sure that that sale happens, they've requested the waiver of that application period.
They get a contract and they want to move on it. Don't blame them.
Is this sort of an unintended consequence of the requirements that we've approved? And is it something we need to revisit?
Of the entire boundary being surveyed. I think it's appropriate to waive the variance in this case, but if you have an application coming in for the division of an entire tract, and it's like in this case, it's very close as far as whether it's in hillside or not. Whether those boundaries are surveyed correctly will impact whether those calculations are correct.
I mean, I think with this, obviously with this, with it not having significant slope and the other parts of the ordinance being met, I have really no problem with this, but I think going forward, that could become an issue.
Have you had any other requests similar to this in recent times?
We don't have any applications pending, so you've seen all the applications we've
But I mean,
done.
say in the last year or so that were similar to this?
We haven't had a request other than this one.
So you don't think we're setting a precedent here that could bite us down the road if we approved it?
It's just a single lot, so I don't see that there's a great impact.
Mr. Chair, based on evidence presented to this board, including the following exhibits, petitioner's application, the submitted development plan, and the findings of fact worksheet, move that this board adopt the following findings of fact, and that's items 1 through 3, which is the request for variance from 7046B, and also this application does meet the requirements for granting variance by demonstrating unnecessary hardship on the owner for the following reasons, sections A through C.
Second.
Scott.
So, any further discussion? Public comment? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, now we need to actually
Review
look at the
plan.
preliminary plan. We do have some staff contingencies. Number one, the preliminary soils investigation. Mr. Porter's shown that to me, and he does have that already. E911 addresses on the final plat, name and address of owner and subdivider on the plans, approximate delineation of wooded and open areas on the plans, and a statement that it is not a drastic variation hillside development.
Plan does have me listed as chairman of the planning board on it, so down at the bottom, so you may want to get that revised.
You're not going to be able to walk away from it.
No, I know it.
And we will get that statement changed as well.
Do we do anything?
Yeah, we'll have to approve the plan. I make a motion that we approve the plan as presented for the single lot that's been added.
Second.
Good question. All right, public comment again? Or any public comment? Hearing none, go ahead, Joe.
Question, please. For the staff, I may have missed something in the past, but is the 911 address requirement, is that something new or?
No, that is not new. It's something that we do not require until the final plat submission, though.
Okay. Thank you.
What is item number 4, the wooded and open areas? What is that referring to?
It's one of the requirements to be on the preliminary plan in
Just to be
ordinance.
reflected on the plan.
Yes.
One last try for public comment. Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Porter. All right. Item number 5, public hearing for zoning map amendment and winner of EAL Holdings has applied to rezone the portion of tax lot pin 9653-079862, which is at 495 Watson Road, currently zoned residential R2 to employment district EMP.
Mr. Chair, this request for a rezoning stems from a property that has been in limestone, so it's been zoned since the early 80s. It was 2 separate parcels. It's recently been combined into one, but one parcel, the northern section, was EMP, and then the southern was R2, or is R2. All I can say is that back when those initial zonings took place in limestone, we didn't have the same access to GIS and orthophotos and property lines laid out, and I agree that it would have been EMP if we had better information, but that's how it was zoned, and the only way to put it right is a formal request for rezoning. The property does have an industrial building on it, which is basically split by this zoning. The surrounding uses are commercial, industrial, and office with some multifamily and single-family residential, and it would be consistent with the land use plan update, as the update indicates that the EMP district is intended for sites for employment concentrations, primarily in office, industrial, storage, warehouse, and wholesale trading, and the planning department does recommend approval.
Are you Ms. Winter? Would you care to comment? Well, that's fine.
I'll sit here in case you want to ask me anything, but I lobbied for 12 years, and I learned when it's going your way, keep your mouth shut, right?
Move to approve.
Second.
Public, any other public comment?
Any other public comment? We have a quiet crowd today.
Yes, we do.
And we do have some
We have a statement.
proposed statements on the back as far as the consistency or not consistent with the land use plan. It is.
Do I need to modify my motion to include a statement that it is consistent with the land use plan?
Yes, please.
All right. I would modify my motion to indicate that it is consistent with the Buncombe County land use plan.
I'll modify my second to the same.
All right, one last call for public comment. Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This will, Ms. Winter, This will go on to the Board of Commissioners. This is a recommendation by the Planning Department, and they will hold another public hearing and make the formal decision.
All right. One last shot at public comment.
Well,
This may set a new
So-
record, absolutely. 2 items of business in 30 minutes.
all right, well,
Move to adjourn.
all those in favor?
Aye. Good meeting. We're going to take that over Tommy, you.
It's sleep deprivation. I tried to go to bed early last night, but my body's like,